One of the hardest truths every strong woman must face is the realization that not everyone will celebrate her strength, her dreams, or her victories. You can give your best, you can be kind, you can work tirelessly to prove yourself. And still, there will be people who doubt you, misunderstand you, or even resent you. Some may feel threatened by your confidence, while others may try to reduce your light just because it shines brighter than the comfort of their shadows. This truth hurts at first, because deep down we all want to be accepted, appreciated, and understood. But the stronger you become, the more you will realize that external approval is not the fuel that sustains your journey. If you spend your life trying to please everyone, you will lose yourself in the process. Instead, you must learn to walk with dignity even when applause is absent, even when support is scarce. Understand that rejection, criticism, and envy often have nothing to do with you and everything to do with the insecurities of others. Their lack of support is not your burden to carry. It is a reflection of their limitations, not your potential. When you accept this, you free yourself from the chains of constant validation. You learn to stand tall, rooted in your purpose, unshaken by the noise around you. Strong women are often seen as the ones who carry everyone else, the backbone of families, the strength of friendships, the dependable presence at work, and the quiet comfort in difficult times. But the truth that many ignore is that even the strongest woman has limits. You cannot keep giving your energy, your love, and your strength to the world without first replenishing your own spirit. Too often, women are told that self-care is selfish, that prioritizing themselves is wrong, or that strength means pushing through exhaustion without pause. But real strength is not about burning yourself out to prove your worth. Real strength comes from balance, from knowing that you deserve rest, peace, and care just as much as anyone else. When your cup is empty, when you are drained physically, emotionally, or spiritually, you have nothing left to offer those you love or the dreams you are chasing. Taking care of yourself is not a luxury, it is survival. It means saying no when your plate is full, setting boundaries without guilt, and giving yourself permission to recharge. Whether it's a quiet moment of reflection, pursuing something that brings you joy, or simply allowing yourself to breathe, these small acts of self-nourishment refill your cup. A strong woman must understand that her light shines brightest when she tends to it first, because only then can she truly give without breaking. One of the most painful but necessary truths every strong woman must embrace is that love is not always enough to keep you in a place that drains your spirit. Whether it's a relationship, a friendship, or even a family bond, there will be times when holding on does more damage than letting go. Strength is not measured by how long you endure mistreatment, neglect, or disrespect. True strength is knowing when something no longer honors your worth and having the courage to walk away. So many women stay in places that break them because they confuse loyalty with sacrifice. They believe leaving makes them weak, or that choosing themselves is selfish. But the reality is that walking away is one of the most powerful acts of self-love a woman can make. It takes courage to stand up and say, I deserve better. I will not shrink to fit into a space that does not value me. A walking away does not mean you don't care. It does not mean you didn't love deeply or try your best. It simply means you love yourself enough to choose peace over chaos, dignity over disrespect, and freedom over chains. The truth is, you cannot heal in the same environment that hurt you, and no amount of patience will turn the wrong place into the right one. A strong woman recognizes that leaving is not the end. It is the beginning of reclaiming her power, her peace, and her identity. Many people see failure as weakness, but for a strong woman, failure is one of the greatest teachers. The truth is, no journey worth taking will ever be free from mistakes, setbacks, or disappointments. You will stumble. You will make choices that don't work out. You will invest your time, heart, and energy into things that don't go as planned. And that is not a sign of weakness. It is proof that you are brave enough to try. Every strong woman must understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process that leads to success. The scars you carry from failed attempts are not marks of shame, but badges of experience. They remind you of the times you dared to step outside your comfort zone when others stayed silent or safe. Failure teaches resilience, it sharpens wisdom, and it builds the courage to stand taller each time you rise again. The world may look at a strong woman and only see her victories, but behind every triumph is a long trail of challenges that didn't go as planned. It's in those quiet, unseen battles where true strength is born, in the nights when you cry but still choose to rise the next morning, in the moments when you doubt yourself but keep moving forward anyway. Failure is not something to fear, it is something to embrace, because each failure refines you, strengthens you, and prepares you for a version of success that is deeper, stronger, and lasting. One of the hardest truths for a strong woman to accept is that no matter how much effort, planning, or sacrifice she puts in, life will not always bend to her will. You can prepare for years, pour your heart into a vision, and give everything you have, and still unexpected storms may come. People may disappoint you, circumstances may change, and outcomes may turn out differently than you hoped. This is not because you are weak or because you failed, it's simply the nature of life. Strong women often carry the belief that they must hold everything together, that if they just try hard enough, they can fix every problem, heal every wound, and prevent every setback. But this is an exhausting illusion. The truth is, you can't control how others think, feel, or act. You can't control every outcome, and you can't protect yourself from every hardship. What you can control is your response, your choices, and your determination to rise despite what life throws your way. There is great power in surrender, not surrender in the sense of giving up, but surrender in the sense of trusting the process. When you let go of the need to control everything, you allow life to unfold in ways you couldn't have imagined. You begin to realize that even the disappointments can carry hidden blessings, and even the delays can be part of a greater redirection. Strength is not about forcing life to happen your way, it's about standing firm when life takes you another way and trusting yourself enough to adapt and grow through it. There is a misconception that strength means carrying every burden in silence, that a strong woman must never show weakness, cry in front of others, or ask for help. Society often glorifies the image of the woman who does it all without complaint. But the truth is, no one is meant to walk this journey alone. Strength is not isolation. Strength is knowing when to lean, when to share, and when to let others support you. Too many women hide their struggles behind a smile because they fear being judged or misunderstood. They believe vulnerability makes them less powerful. But in reality, vulnerability is one of the purest forms of courage. It takes immense strength to say, I can't do this by myself, or I need help. Allowing others to see your humanity does not make you weaker, it makes you real, and it builds connections that sustain you through the toughest seasons. Even the strongest woman deserves a safe space to rest, to be comforted, and to feel understood. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, who remind you of your worth, and who encourage your dreams is not a sign of weakness. It's wisdom. A strong woman understands that her power multiplies when she is supported by others, and that asking for help is not a burden, but an act of trust and courage. True strength is not proven in isolation, but in community. Every strong woman must face the truth that success does not come without a cost. Behind every achievement, every milestone, and every breakthrough is a story of sacrifice, of nights spent working while others slept, of dreams pursued while others settled, of choices made that demanded courage and discipline. The path to success is rarely easy, and it almost always requires giving up certain comforts, conveniences, or even relationships that no longer align with your vision. Many people want the results without the struggle, the victory without the discipline, the growth without the growing pains. But a strong woman knows that real success demands commitment. It may mean sacrificing temporary pleasures for long-term goals, letting go of toxic connections to protect your peace, or saying no to things that distract you from your greater purpose. These sacrifices are not losses. They are investments. They shape you, refine you, and prepare you to carry the weight of the success you are building. There will be moments when the sacrifices feel heavy, when you question if the journey is worth it, when the loneliness or the exhaustion threatens to break you. But those very sacrifices become the foundation of your resilience. They remind you of the price you paid and the strength you gained along the way. A strong woman doesn't shy away from sacrifice because she knows that success is not handed to her. It is earned through persistence, patience, and unwavering dedication. For generations, women have been told to stay quiet, to soften their opinions, to make themselves smaller so others feel comfortable. But every strong woman must embrace the truth that her voice is her greatest weapon, her shield, and her legacy. Your voice carries your story, your truth, and your convictions. And when you use it, you not only empower yourself, you give permission to other women to rise as well. Silence may feel safe, but it often comes at the cost of your dignity and your identity. When you silence yourself to please others, you slowly lose touch with who you are and what you stand for. But when you speak, when you declare your worth, when you share your ideas, or when you stand up against injustice, even if your voice trembles, you reclaim your power. A strong woman understands that her words have the ability to inspire change, break barriers, and light the way for those who come after her. Your voice does not have to be loud to be powerful. It does not have to convince everyone to be impactful. Sometimes it's the quiet but firm no that protects your boundaries, the gentle words of encouragement that lift another, or the bold declaration of your dreams that plants seeds of possibility in the hearts of others. Every time you choose to speak instead of shrink, you strengthen not just yourself, but an entire generation of women who need to hear your courage.